Shit.
Okay, hold on. We almost there. Okay, what's popping? What's dropping? We live and direct in full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how we do. I'm live and direct with my boy out the 662. Y'all already know how he do. What's popping and what's dropping, brother Craig?
Man, not much. Happy holidays to all our listeners out there. I've had a pretty good Christmas, and I'm pretty sure Jim McWright did as well. Not much for us to talk about in these parts, man. But it's gonna be a pretty good little show. We're gonna talk about the Lakers, the Spider-Man movie, and I'm gonna put the movie theater that I went to here to see Spider-Man kind of on blast as far as the little doofus ass manager is. Uh, that's my what you call notification, letting Facebook know that we are on live. So, but then and all that and much more. So let's get on started, man, because I want to go ahead and talk about the. Let me go ahead and talk about first and foremost um, the Spider-Man movie, No Way Home movie. If Jimmy, you saw it yet?
No, I have not seen the Spider-Man movie. Well, tell us about it.
Well, it's pretty good. In case people don't know, it's a story about it take place after the last movie when Mysterio unveiled to the whole world that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. So everybody, Peter, comes constant fuck with Peter Parker. So he makes a visit to Doctor Strange to find out Doctor Strange can reverse the spell to make people forget that Peter Parker is Spider Man. So just when Doctor Strange is about to do it, Peter kept running his fucking mouth. Now, in most instances in that movie, Peter will piss you off. You know, shit that he would do, and he wasn't aware of the consequences about magic. But like what he wasn't too fully aware of the consequences about magic and all that other stuff. So he fucked up Doctor Strange's concentration so bad that the villains from other worlds, from other dimensions, uh, been coming for him. Like Doc Ock, Norman Osborn, Electro, played by Jamie Foxx. He got his role back, and a few others that from the Spider-Man villains from different worlds. They all come to the mainstream world, and so they trying to put all of them back. So, not gonna tell too much of the whole movie. Also, man, um, y'all also gonna have to learn to start staying for the doggone post-credit scene. That's what make the Marvel movies good. So we get a nice little cameo from someone um, at the post-credit scene, and also a couple of cameos in the movie. So I'm not gonna tell y'all about that. But also, I want to put the Malco DeSoto kind of on blast. Their management yesterday, their manager, he was a fucking goofball. Now it took them years to finally renovate that ragged ass theater, right?
Agreed.
I mean, because every other theater in Memphis, like Olive Branch, had upgraded way before these fuckers here finally decided to upgrade. So it was more convenient. Good thing about it is the remodel was worth the wait. You know, I kind of like Paradiso's a little bit better. Hell, I'll be honest with you. Um, damn, what's the movie theater to all my Huntsville people? The movie theater is located at Bridge Street, where they had the Preve. They got a regular where they got the Preve restaurant. You can do the Preve movie theater and the restaurant. You can have food brought to you and served, stuff like that. I like shit like that. Or you can go to a regular theater where you can get the popcorn and everything else. Because then they also got a spot for little, like you have your little wine and whatever, such. So, um, Monaco, that's it. The Monaco on Bridge Street in Huntsville. And also I got to put Paradiso on there second because I think Paradiso was ahead of the game as far as having like a little bar and grill and stuff. You sit and watch the game, have a wine, and this and that. But anywho, uh, now the Malco, the renovations was finally well worth needed. The seats were much needed also. I mean, reclining seats because I got tired of sitting in them little 1990 Taco Bell ass chairs and shit that be itching and everything. You can't even get comfortable and whatnot. shit, the further it'll go back, you got to worry about not hitting the person's knees and shit when you want to recline back in them old ragged ass chairs or anything. But these new ones, right on point. Enjoyed it. I mean, I was comfortable. So among these new renovations, they got a bar. They took out that god awful kids area and a little arcade that's never been updated. The only time they did put a new arcade game in was a damn hunting game or a golf game. Who plays that? So they took that whole area. They turned that whole area into the little bar and grill, and it's a nice little setup. Now the beer and stuff may be high, like Coors Light, Miller, all the other stuff. I got me Blue Moon, and that was about $7.50. Okay, so I went back and got another one. Was trying to get another one. Wasn't nobody at the bar. So I asked the young lady, I said, "Hey, is the bar closed already?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, let me go get somebody." So she went back there, got someone. And his little goofball looking manager, he gonna tell me, well, we're gonna have to I decided to close the bar down because we got too many people pulling double duty in here, and we had so many people up front, so I decided to close the bar down. Sorry. So the young lady, okay. So the young lady said, well, I can get him what he wants. I can get him what he needs from the bar with him. I'm pretty sure he wants me to drink or something. It's not like he's gonna order food. And he gonna tell her, man's gonna tell her, well, you're not old enough. And the young lady tells him, dude, I'm 24 years old. I'm old enough to serve alcohol. Well, how do I know that? So I bust out and said, well, you listen. So he was like, well, how do I know that? Well, how do I know that? Yuck. I said, okay, you the manager. If you the one hired, I'm pretty sure you checked the ID. So let her do her thing. Well, she's doing something for me right now. I don't have time for all that. Come on with me out here and such. And I think they were like cleaning up the front and shit. So this motherfucker goes into the garbage can, the manager, huh?
This whole continue.
This motherfucker. Well, I guess he was telling about and by the way, and I think another good addition for the employees, they got a bigger break room. That was much needed for them because they said that their old break room was shit. So, but anyway, this motherfucking doofus, goofball looking ass manager. Well, I guess he was tasking another girl to do something. He can talk about some, man, look at all that. I got to do all this other stuff here and here, and all this and that. This motherfucker went in the damn trash can and got an empty the popcorn bucket, right? And put the motherfucker on his head. He said, "See, I gotta do shit like this," and he put the motherfucker on his head. I'm like, maybe he did reveal to me he a dunce, man.
Yeah, he's definitely a dunce for real for that stupid shit.
So if anybody's listening, since this show is made public, and I even put my review on there on Google, Malco DeSoto over here on Airways Boulevard, that's right behind Buffalo Wild Wings and Sonic. Let me peep y'all ass on something on game. You don't need managers like that working at all. Right. That's one. Second, y'all renovated, y'all got a fucking bar and grill. The most money you're gonna make from that sucker, the best days you're gonna make money from that sucker is gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's no excuse for y'all not to have not one person, either one or two people behind that bar. Now I know it's some 16-year-olds around there, stuff like that, but come on, just get some folks that's old enough to serve some alcohol, working behind that bar. It's no excuse. If those folks want to pull double duty doing that shit, that's their business. That's not stupid. That's called going above and beyond. What the fuck is wrong with that? Nothing. And it's fucking called customer service.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And you don't need to that goofball manager, whoever you are, You don't need to be in that management. You don't need to be in management, man. So yeah, you're gonna take a fucking popcorn bucket out the goddamn garbage and put it on your fucking head and laugh and goof around and joke. Cause it's people like you that'll fuck around and I said bar and grill, right? That's the golden goose in all food businesses. Thank you, John Taffer, for that tip. I learned a lot from the food business by watching John Taffer.
I agree.
That's your fucking golden goose. Exactly. If you kill your golden goose, and if you still feel like you want to need to cater to these little old antiquated ass folks here in South Haven that's used to the popcorn and the Pepsi and Coke or whatever that is, so be it. You be a damn fool to close that golden goose down. But I saw their food menu for the grill. I mean, they got some nice selection of food. And one dude got him a burger. That motherfucker was huge. For $9.50 burger and fries, $9.50. You ain't getting no little cheeseburger that's about as big as a Big Mac. No, you getting almost like one of them burgers that they fix at a corner store or something. Now I'm finna do a throwback to all my South Memphis people that lived on McMillan Grocery when it was open. How big them damn burgers were. Oh yeah. Dude had a burger that big. It was $9.50. I mean, they serve like the burgers, like boneless buffalo wings, buffalo tenders, onion rings, cheese sticks, your pizza if you want regular cheese pizza or pepperoni pizza. Okay, that's fine. And everybody been begging in this godforsaken badass, terrible behind the back. I can't name what I want to say. This backwards ass city known as South Haven, they've been begging for them to finally renovate that damn theater. And it took them 2 years. It took them, matter of fact, when I got back, it still was the drizzling shits. It still was behind. But they finally got up off the ass in 2019 to finally renovate that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, but Paradiso, I think Paradiso got them beat hands down.
You talking about on Poplar? The Paradiso on Poplar? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Paradiso got them beat hands down, and the Monaco Theater down on the Monaco Theater at Bridge Street down in Huntsville, got them beat too. I mean, come on, 2 movie theaters, one with a restaurant, one with the regular. Right. And their shit, and they had the little heated seats, and the recliner seats and heated seats and stuff too. I think one of them. If you get like VIP, you get like the little massage shit, the massage part on you for the chairs up there too. Because they said they was gonna put that in. I mean, shit. Now, probably South Haven, it'll take them about 9 years to finally get massage chairs in the movie theater. But
we got that in one of our movie theaters. I just don't know which one in Houston because I know they shut the heated seats up in. They shut down the whole. The whole movie theater out on near Westheimer and Dunval, the AMC movie theater. So yeah, they doing the damn thing, but yeah, they doing the damn.
But
thing,
yeah,
so.
but yeah, if anyone has not checked out Spider-Man No Way Home, check it out. It's a damn good movie.
For sure.
But I can't wait to check out more. But I can't wait to check out Morbius next month. Okay. That's the next Marvel movie that's coming out line. And if anybody has Disney Plus or whatever, Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, they showed a trailer for that. That'll be coming out in March of next year.
Right.
So, my advice again, hey, check it out. Y'all guys, check it out, man. Great, damn good movie.
For sure.
You too, McWright.
Yeah, when I get a chance, I sure will. But what's popping and what's dropping with these bowl games? I know you saw quite a few of them during the.
Oh man, it's gonna be some coming on tomorrow. I think the best bowl game I saw man. And I'm surprised you didn't even catch it. BYU UAB. That was a damn good game there, buddy. Ooh,
And UAB for the upset, surprisingly,
yeah,
out of
it
all
was.
the
Yeah, and they were evenly matched, man.
right.
They were very evenly matched. That's something that I like. Sadly, we had some bowl games, man, that did not make the that did not happen because of COVID. Um, Boston College backed out on the bowl
Uh-huh.
game. Then Hawaii, everybody said that Hawaii left Memphis hanging. So
Yeah. Interesting.
Hawaii left Memphis hanging. So I guess when Memphis wins via forfeit. I guess I don't know. Um,
Right.
but UCF in Florida, word around Florida is that Emory Jones he's gonna be in the transfer. He entered the transfer portal after that game. And UCF they beat Florida even though they was about to get to fighting in the end. So they say this is Florida's third time losing to an in-state rival in a bowl game because they lost to Miami twice and UCF.
Well, my Florida is not the same Florida team that everybody has been accustomed to. So I could see UCF beating them. They're just not the same Florida team. Um, I kind of in a situation with the Dan Mullen situation. Uh, I think he should have been given another year, but you know how Florida teams do. I mean,
Well, go ahead.
once they ready to get rid of you, it's pretty much curtains.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So it
and
is
the
what it is.
fans were getting tired of Dan Mullen too because he keep he got a good player in Anthony Richardson, but Anthony Richardson he can't. Anthony Richardson he couldn't stay healthy, and everybody got tired of Emory Jones real quick. So I mean, when the fans getting tired of you, either you got to make a change. You got to make as a coach either you got to make a change or there's going to be a change made with the coach.
Right,
And
right, right.
I think them hiring Billy Napier that was a real good home run hire. So that was a
We'll see. We'll
that was
see,
a pretty
because
yeah
we'll see, because Tennessee's going to get better at some point, even though Florida handed them their asses in the fourth quarter anyway.
yeah.
Um, and then Georgia is pretty much stepping on the domination gas against Florida. Um, you know, which they were already beating their ass with Mark Rick, uh, in spite of him getting let go by Georgia.
Well, that was
So
the
it's
thing.
teams
Well,
that
when Mark Rick was coaching Georgia, Florida was whooping their ass
mm,
because
in
I
the
think there was
early
a couple
year,
of. Cause,
in the early stages of Mark Rick's career, but after but the toward the latter end, nah, they were like it started to become lopsided,
mm-hmm,
and that's carrying us into the Kirby Smart, Kirby not so smart with the shit he did with Justin Fields.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. They might be able to beat a Vanderbilt. They might be able to beat a Kentucky, even though the Kentucky winning streak is no longer there no more. So they might be able to beat. But once Tennessee starts waking back up and smelling the
Mm-hmm.
coffee,
Yeah,
that's gonna be another. That's gonna start to become an L. I mean, uh, I think they were late. I think Tennessee was late at getting Hooker as the starting quarterback. I think they would have never lost to Pittsburgh. Uh, they wouldn't have never lost to Pittsburgh had they got Hooker in the game a little sooner than what
right.
they did. You know what I'm saying? So Tennessee's gonna be back, and there's a possibility Hooker could be coming back for fifth year, be a fifth year senior, which that would be a good thing. I mean, uh, so we'll see with Florida. But I don't think Florida is going to dominate Tennessee. I think that's gonna go in the direction of Tennessee. It's just Heupel got to make better decisions as a coach because, like I say, they had the Georgia game and then they let the Georgia game got away from them, and
Hmm.
we saw what happened with Alabama. Alabama saw that same problem, and um, speaking of the national title game, I'm hoping that COVID does not supersede because they said the NCAA said they can crown a national champion without a title game even being played. They said they got the rule because of the COVID outbreak, but I hope it don't become more of an outbreak than what
Right.
is being projected. A&M is just saying, okay, they're gonna, A&M at the Gator Bowl, they're just saying we're gonna play it safe than sorry.
But
Um,
then but they bagged out, and Rutgers is replacing them in the Gator Bowl.
yeah, I mean that could be. I mean that
They did announce that, so Rutgers accepted the invite. I'm like, okay, they get him something to do, plus get that school payday. Shit.
Well, those New Year's Six bowls are, we're looking at 10-20 million dollars in school revenue, and that's the reason why
Right.
those bowl games still exist because those are money makers for the school. So that's a smart thing on the end of the school is to, keep those bowl games alive. And that's what I said. You don't want to completely put make a whole college football bowl, a whole college football playoff game for everybody. And this would have been the most bowl games to ever exist in history. They added extra bowl games so these
Hmm.
major D1 universities can get some funding,
Right.
because football and basketball are their moneymakers in sports. So that's the thing with that. They would have had the most bowl games in history, but
Right.
COVID-19, aka Hobitch 19, came into play, and
Hmm.
here, as they say, here we go again. So
Yeah, because mom's already saying she hoped they don't the country don't shut down. I was like, God, I hope not. And we wouldn't be, we really wouldn't be in this whole bitch 19 mess if the last motherfucking in the motherfucking chief had
mhm.
just did what he was told to do.
Well,
So I ain't, like I said, we don't talk politics on here. He should have did his job better. He should have did his job on there when he was told to do so, but he opted not to.
yeah,
So,
it is
but
what it
that
is.
was, yeah, it is what it is, and that was y'all president, not mine. Uh, what's on the agenda next, Jimmy?
What's on the agenda next? Basketball, man. Looking like, and this is early in the season. We really ain't gonna know until like game number 40, game number 50.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we're really not gonna know who's gonna separate themselves from the group until that, really after the All-Star break. I'll say
Right.
that. But normally it's between that 40th game and game 50 of the NBA season. But nevertheless, um, right now it's looking like the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors are really the two best teams in the NBA. Now, that's not to
Yep.
dismiss the Eastern Conference because you got the Chicago Bulls, the Nets, and Kyrie Irving is looking to come back for the Nets, but he's not going to be able to play home games. Um, uh, but those are the three teams in the East that could probably do something. I don't see the Philadelphia 76ers doing a bitch ass thing. I don't see that, but if they do, it'll become as a shock to me. But so far, the best team in the NBA is those two, really those five teams. The Bulls are
Right.
surprisingly coming out of nowhere.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, they're 20 and
that's a good
10 because they play tonight.
and that's a good thing. I mean, Lonzo
Oh,
Ball, it
hey,
looks
that's not just a good thing. That's not just a good thing. That's a great thing. And
that's a
speaking
good
of the
thing.
Suns, they play the Grizzlies tonight.
Mm, is Morant coming back, or is he
I
is
don't
it has
know.
he came back? Nevertheless, that's an L for right now. I mean,
Right.
that's a L. As of now, when Morant come back, he'll make things interesting. But right now, I think Jaren Jackson is gonna have to take over the load. So far, so good. But with Stephen
Mm-hmm.
Curry setting the record, I feel like he's gonna need Klay Thompson and he's gonna need James Wiseman once he's 100%. Once both of those guys are 100%, I think that's when Golden State can separate themselves from the rest of the league. But until then, right
Right.
now, the Phoenix Suns are the team in the NBA to beat right now, and Chris Paul is
Mm-hmm.
clicking on all cylinders. Um, I was totally wrong about him with Houston. My reasons for being wrong is a little different. But you know how Fertitta felt about Chris Paul and my opinion of Chris Paul is two totally different things. But I hope he gets a championship. But I would
Yeah.
also like to, because my hometown boy James Wiseman, I hope Golden State, you know, could come back and beat and change those plans if at worst case scenario. But I'm with those guys. I'm with Chris Paul because I really want to see Chris Paul get that one championship. Just give me one with
Right.
him. Because I know
I was
James
I was
Wiseman.
happy for him. I was happy for Giannis to get it last year, but this is Chris Paul's time, man. This it. I mean, he
Right.
feel. I mean, he ain't hitting 40 yet. I mean, and dude look like he in good ass shape, you know. And it's like he made the team better because
He's
now
a
because I think
motivator.
they did the Suns, but because I think the Suns did extend his contract. So I'll say, yeah, like you said earlier, man, is the Western Conference Finals is gonna beat Golden State against the Suns, and the Suns gonna come out on top. And speaking of basketball, why you ain't tell me Tennessee played this weekend? Because they beat Arizona.
I mean that's not a shock because they normally beat Arizona's ass anyway. But
So
either way, except a couple of years that where Arizona just absolutely overwhelmed them. I didn't know that because I've been working most of this holiday, on the exception of Christmas. Christmas was pretty much the only day I have not been working
right,
because so that's kind of been my thing. I've been doing a lot of working, so but Christmas was an exception to the rule. I got a chance to go to the beach on
okay,
Christmas. Hot as a motherfucker because when I came back home, I only stayed up a whole hour and I went straight to sleep because that, when you go, like they say Galveston set a record with a high temperature of 78, 79. That shit was
we
not
got
no
that
fucking.
here, bro. We
That
got
was
up there. We got up to 78. That had to be 87. God damn it, shit.
well, in particular in Galveston, nigga, that was like 90 something, nigga, because everybody was out. I mean, people had, had their asses out. People had their shirts off, and it was a nice little scene because I did a brief Facebook Live, and it was nice. It was nice, but
Okay,
man, that sun, it was humid, and the sun, like Houston, they say Houston set a record, but I'm like, I don't think that's the record either, because maybe the overall city, but you know. I think in 2016, 2017, I saw a temperature of 88 degrees where I was located at. So, but that 83, 84, that it was hotter than that when as
yeah,
far as I'm concerned. But especially in Galveston Saturday, it was hot as hell. So it was very humid and I could feel it. But it was fun. We get to go to the beach on Christmas, and I enjoyed my Christmas holiday. I was supposed to go pick up a plate, but I was like, my ass too goddamn tired to do any bitch ass thing.
yeah.
Then that's an hour drive. Yeah, I drove an hour from where I'm at to Galveston. That was shit. That was a beast, but it was fun. It's just tiring as fuck. So I enjoyed myself.
My little Christmas, man. It wasn't much. I delivered gifts to folks. Mom's waited till she got done cooking to get that to do that. I'm like, Mom, you should have done that yesterday. That way, all I could do is just grab them and grabbed and go. And grab, load up the truck, go. That was about it. So, but then I was feeling, hey, I was feeling kind of, ooh, beat myself, man. Cause shit, and then with this weather here we gonna be in the 70s. We gonna be in the 70s until Sunday. Cause the high gonna get up to 32 degrees, and we supposed to be getting some snow.
Yeah, we won't get back cold until Sunday, Monday morning ourselves. So we've been warm most of the time out here. I mean, but it's Texas, so when y'all
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when y'all snowing, we're walking around in shorts, which what I'm doing right now. I'm walking around in shorts now, so it's been
Hey,
warm
that's what I'm
here.
doing. I'll be in the house with shorts on, but stepping outside, I'm putting some pants on. And mom's got the
Right.
dog on there. I was gonna jump in the shower. I'm like, nope.
I had to keep the AC. Well, me out here, I've had to keep the AC on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I had to keep it, because but we're supposed to get a cold front next week, sometime next week. So that'll be interesting. But Christmas was good. I mean, I have no complaints. I mean,
Me either.
like I say, I'm at the point now, you know, you give me a gift for Christmas gift, you give me one. If not, I'm not even
Yeah.
bothered by it myself. But I ain't gonna turn down no Christmas gift either. But I can I can go either way with it. So nevertheless, I'm good. But with the Lakers though, getting back on the NBA, face palm, nigga.
Mm. I knew
Cause
that was a
I'm
disaster from the jump.
But the reason it was a disaster is different reasons for that. Mainly injuries and COVID protocols. That's been the primary basis. They're on pace to have a bad record right now. I mean, uh, it's not
Mm.
looking good. It looks like it's the beginning of the end of LeBron. I'm gonna say that. I'm talking about the
Hold on a
best
minute.
of.
Give me my little
Okay,
clip hanger that I had your cap on.
oh,
Hold on a minute, babe.
hold on, I got it. But it looks like LeBron, it's the beginning of the end of LeBron. Uh, I'm hoping that's not the case, but it's looking bad for him right now. It's really looking bad for him right now. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be over and done with it, man. Cause you know Russell Westbrook,
Oh boy.
Russell Westbrook. Uh, I mean, he Russell Westbrook don't
What I
play no
just missed?
defense. No, I'm just saying, because I'm going into it now. Russell
Mm.
Westbrook don't play no defense. That's the problem with Russell Westbrook. He's a good he's a good scorer, but his defense sucks ass. And we saw with
Mm-hmm.
with that highlight reel dunk on LeBron. I'm like, bro, you got to play better defense than that, man. So, and then another issue I'm having with the Lakers is they're trying to make Russell a 3-point shooter, and that shit is not gonna work. He can facilitate
Skip
the
Bayless
other
said the
guys.
same. Skip Bayless said the same thing. He said Russell's not a good 3-point shooter. He's not a good free throw shooter. Oh, and on a side
I
note, I
wouldn't
see that our Tar Heels got their ass whooped the other night. God damn,
I wouldn't say
by
he's not a good
Kentucky,
free throw. I wouldn't say he's not a good free throw shooter. Well, that's a rivalry game. Kentucky, Carolina, that's a rivalry game. So I would
98 to
expect Kentucky.
69.
That's a rivalry game. So every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while, rivals is gonna kick your ass. Every once in a while, rivals is gonna surprise you. So that could go either way. But I wouldn't say he's a bad free. He just can't shoot a damn. But it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you just have to play around his strengths. You can't make him out of something that he's not already. If he wasn't a great shooter, uh, every once in a while you'll get a player like a Dominique Wilkins that ultimately turns into a great 3-point shooter.
Mm-hmm.
That was a rare situation, and that was because he didn't take very many 3-point shots. But toward the latter part of his career, he became a deadly 3-point shooter. So that's an
Yep.
exception to the rule. But Russell Westbrook is never going to be a good 3-point shooter. I don't give a damn how many attempts. He shouldn't take no more than 4 3-pointers a game. After them, and if he's not hot after 4 3-pointers, he should never take them shots again for the rest of the game. So that's my issue with that's my issue with Russell Westbrook. Now, the more he hits, the more you let him shoot. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, that's where the problem comes in. And again, AD is not healthy. He can't stay healthy. He can't afford to stay healthy.
Street clothes.
But yeah, so it's 100% face palm with the Lakers. But hopefully they at least get in the playoffs. But again, if they play Phoenix Suns in the first round like they did the last time, if they play Golden State, if they don't become Swollen State, they're gonna get their ass whooped by either one. I would have stayed away from them at least in the first round. In the second round, they might be able to get an upset, but it's a disaster for the Lakers. Hopefully, they wake up and smell the coffee, but I don't know about this one, bro. I don't know
either. And I knew that team that was put together was doomed from the start.
Well, you don't like LeBron. You don't like LeBron anyway, so I understand. I understand your
my mom don't like him either.
Your
and the Lakers her favorite team.
Okay. Okay.
She don't like him either, and the Lakers are her favorite team. I'm like, what?
Yep. Well, anyway, it's what it is.
Yeah, hopefully they can turn it around, because then they want to start some shit talking about some with Frank Vogel. They talking about wanting to fire Frank Vogel. I'm like, man, it's the chemistry though. But I wouldn't fire Frank Vogel. But Frank Vogel, he be making some little bizarre ass adjustments and shit, you know. I'm like,
well, what I will say, now that you brought it up, I think the NBA is going to probably have to go into the bubble with all these outbreaks. I don't know when they should go into it, but I think if they're going to continue the season with the new Omicron, Decepticon, goddamn variant. I don't give a fuck about this goddamn shit personally.
This might say Decepticon variant.
The Decepticon variant. They're gonna have to go into the bubble at some point. So I think the NBA needs to, the League of Governors need to come together and say, okay, let's go into the bubble. Because if it's a continuous outbreak, and in spite of these guys being fully vaccinated, then we need to go into the bubble again. So I think ultimately they're going to have to go back into it. We're seeing with the NHL's kind of paused the season to a certain degree with the new outbreak, and they had everybody fully vaccinated. So they're going to have to go into the bubble. So I think by February they need to figure something out and go back to Disney World, nigga shit world, whatever the fuck they're gonna be at. Indianapolis, I don't give a fuck where the hell they go. Just get back into the bubble. Let's continue the season, because I want to see some basketball in the spring. I don't want to wait until it's quote unquote summer Olympic time. Yeah, because the NHL already decided. The NHL already decided that they're not going to the Beijing Olympics. Now that could be more. Now it's a couple of different reasons. Number one, the United States and China, they're going at it, so that's one reason. And the other is, like they say, they got a little outbreak going on in China and stuff like that. So nevertheless, I think the NBA, if they want to continue the season, hopefully we got through halfway of the NFL. So hopefully no outbreak comes with them. We can go on and get to the playoffs. I don't know why the fuck they got 17 football games, an extra game. I guess they want to try to catch up with the CFL. I'm guessing they're trying to catch up with the CFL with their 18 game schedule.
I think that's kind of stupid there, you know.
And then they added an extra non-conference game on top of that.
Right.
So that's interesting, because Tennessee was supposed to play predominantly the NFC West, but they got a chance to play the New Orleans Saints and shout out to the goddamn Cheatriots for losing against the Suckalo Bills.
Yeah,
I,
they got their
I
ass kicked.
man, goddamn Josh Allen, man, and old boy kicked they bitch ass. I mean, I was happy. Now the Tennessee Titans is number 2. We just got to hold down the fort. Win these 2 bitch ass games against the Coffins and the Houston Texans, and we got to come to
Hey, well, you
Houston to beat
want
them.
what? Speaking of them, you want to know what team? You want to know what team? What team? Who I was disappointed with yesterday for losing?
Who?
San Diego. No, the LA Chargers. They ought to fucking know better, man. I'm like, really?
Mm-mm. Got Lance Burkhead running for 140 yards, and then Simone Biles' boyfriend Jonathan Owens, he got his first interception of the career, and then another pick six. I mean, they made the
Mm,
Texans look like the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. Let's be honest here.
mm-hmm.
So they trash. They straight
And
trash.
Baltimore, I think it's time they need to move on from Greg Roman as offensive coordinator. Cause man, shit, yeah. Ever since Lamar
Well,
had that good MVP season, and he stunk up the joint, he been vulnerable since. So
but I don't know. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna go there just yet. Because you don't got your best player, and offense is about having chemistry.
mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know about that one, but nevertheless, I mean Cincinnati.
Oh,
I
that's a
mean,
shock there, man. I'm like, what?
and that's a little rivalry. That's a mini rivalry game too. So I mean, I'm
Cincinnati
not.
shit.
I'm
Cincinnati leading the AFC North. That was a shock.
Well, that too. But even when Cincinnati had down years, when Marvin Lewis was the head coach for all those years, I mean, Cincinnati every once in a while beat Baltimore, even with Baltimore having their
Hmm.
best teams with the Ray Lewis, every once in a while they'll come give them a shocker. So I'm shocked that they got their ass kicked, but not shocked that they lost to them. So that's a
Right.
little, you know, and the way the NFL is set up now, they're set up more like college football now, to where they put their biggest rivals on display at the end of the season, toward the end of the season. So you're going to be playing at least one of your biggest rivals toward the end of the season. So they kind of got that little rivalry system going on toward the end of the year. Either you're going to play them the first 4 games of the season, or you're going to play them toward the last 4 games of the season. So they got it set up. Whereas college football, from the third Saturday of October, that's pretty much rivalry month or rivalry week at that point on. Everybody is a threat at that point,
Hmm.
because I always say Alabama, Tennessee is the indication that you better step your game up, or you're gonna be out the playoff run or the national championship run. So that's kind of like the spell. So in the NFL, it's like the last 4 weeks of the season. So yeah, they kind of went to that system now. So, and I think the Miami Dolphins played New England again, so they might have another loss on their record. We don't know. So I think they play in the
Yeah,
last
I
game of the
mean, because
season.
shit, AFC is wide open. And speaking of the AFC North,
Uh huh.
goddamn, I think it's time the Cleveland Browns, or as you like to jokingly call them, the Cleveland Frowns. I think it's time for them to move on from Baker Mayfield, dog.
Fuck that nigga. But
I
anyway,
think it's time. I believe it's time for them to move on from him
I
because
agree.
he's garbage. He's garbage, and it's like he's nonchalant about a lot of shit. It's like he got fuckboy written all over him. Four in it. Yeah, granted, I'm glad my Packers won, but had Baker Mayfield not threw for 4 interceptions, Packers would have lost that game.
Well,
And then another thing, what I didn't like on a Sunday night game, Lamar Jackson basically gave Cleveland the game by with him throwing 3 interceptions. Baker Mayfield get out here, this motherfucker throw for 2. I'm like, damn. How
yep.
stupid can you get?
Well, that's the
So
NFL. Any given Sunday.
so I think, man, they need to move on and go after Russell Wilson. Cause I think Russell Wilson, he's a better fit for that offense, and then he came from that same offense from University of Wisconsin. It was they ran the Michael Shanahan wide zone offense, pro style offense, but man, they really just watch the Cleveland play at times. It's just they're hard to watch, bro. You know they really are.
Right,
We
right.
there are some teams that's tough to watch. Shit, the Lakers are tough to watch in NFL, in NBA rather. I don't know who's tough to watch in college basketball because they're still out in the open. Um, Shit,
Mm,
man. Like I said, Cleveland. They just tough to watch. I mean, you go from winning the AFC North to being out the damn playoffs.
right. They trash. Let's
But
just
they
be
but
honest.
but here's the thing though. They got a good defense. They got a damn good defense, man. I'm gonna tell
Well,
no lie.
well,
But
also,
hold on, and their offense is good too. But the problem with their offense is the damn quarterback, man. And for Cleveland and for the Browns coach to say that Baker's still my starter, man, I don't know, man.
they can hold that L. I mean, good. If they want to be mediocre, fine. Continue to be mediocre so we can get your ass kicked. When you play my Tennessee Titans, we'll kick your ass. When you play other teams, you get your ass kicked. So let them be mediocre. I mean, I'm not finna save the place Captain Save a hoe for the Cleveland Frowns. If they want to be the
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland Frowns or Deceiveland Frowns, go right ahead. Fuck them. So fuck the Browns. Them
Yep,
frown ass motherfuckers. They
the
suck.
Cleveland Frowns. So they need to move on from Baker and go after Russell
Right.
Wilson, not Westbrook.
Hmm. I haven't watched much of college basketball myself. What is your thoughts on college basketball other than the Tar Heels getting their ass kicked by Kentucky?
Well, Baylor is the new number is still number one. I just checked the poll. Baylor's number one and Duke is number two.
Hmm.
So that's
Interesting.
about it. I have been able to watch some games myself as of late because it's a crazy ass work schedule and shit. They wait to the last minute to give us to pop up this mandatory extra time because that shit was supposed to the shit was supposed to be over with. What's this? The 27th.
It's probably been
That
over
shit was
with
supposed
after Christmas.
it
After
was supposed to be
Christmas.
over with on the 16th. No, it was supposed to be over with 16 days ago, back on the 11th. But they started putting this shit out. So it's kind of putting some little wear, little bit wear and tear, man. Like I'll come home at 6 in the morning, like I get off 6 o'clock, and then it take me about 7 minutes to get home, 7, 8 minutes to get home. So when I lay down, man, then when I get up, man, it feel like just somebody just basically just beat the shit out my ass.
Well, that's
You
why
know,
I'm doing what I'm doing now. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So
with the lift and
because
all that.
man, because shit, I mean, these people with these crazy ass work schedules, and every once in a while I do a little labor with Insta work and all that. And another thing, I didn't know Joe Montana is like a co-owner of Instawork. That's interesting because he
Okay.
wished everybody from Instawork a happy holidays. We got a message from Joe Montana, so that I didn't know he even had even any ownership, much less co-owner of Instawork. So that's a good thing. So um,
Yeah.
but like I say, when that's on,
Yes, I
it's
know he
on.
got
But it's
two sons that
hmm yeah, yes,
yeah.
sir.
So but yeah. So I just man, yeah, so Yeah, man, I just kind of been been beat up a little bit, and our boy Murphy hit me up to he gave me a little tip about a job that's currently hiring. I might go back to it, So, but
Well, you
because
well you know
a friend of mine
that
she
gig.
asked me was this tip.
Well, you know that little gig app,
Huh?
Variable, is in Memphis too, so you might want to try that as well. Uh, if anything available, so I would say look into that as well. Because
Hmm.
like for myself, it's worked out for me ever since my
Right.
unemployment has ended. That's been a very significant thing. I've been like, because like there have been times where I work uh I work 4 weeks out of the month and then take 1 week off, or 2 weeks out of the month and take a couple of weeks off. I mean, I've been able to do that. So I would say look into that, as well as Insta work as well. I would say look into that, if it's available. If Insta work is available in your city. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure, Variable is in your city somewhere, or in your metropolitan area. Uh, anyway, so yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just been, whew, it's been wearing me out and shit. And someday, hey, like always, you got your good days, you got your bad days, man. And when you working at when you working at, as you like to call them, Amazon, they really finna get stupid now with this COVID shit. They
Well, you
really
already
they
been
really finna
vaccinated.
get stupid now. Oh yeah, I've been
You already
vaccinated,
been
so
vaccinated.
yeah,
But me
so
personally, I ain't playing that game. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I'm dodging as much as that shit. And no, I ain't playing that game. I mean, have to you motherfuckers gonna have to prove that this shit is gonna work. Uh they're gonna have to prove this shit. This shit gonna have to work. And
hmm
like I say, it takes years for medical research, especially vaccinations, to actually be effective to where you reduce the amount of side effects that can happen. Because like I say, when you vaccinate somebody, you're giving somebody a weakened strand of the virus to hope that this works. You know what I'm saying? So it's only a
right,
handful that you could point to that actually worked. The polio, we don't have the polio virus no more.
right,
Chicken pox and the measles, you don't have that anymore. But it took years to perfect the
mm,
craft. That's not something you get
right,
in the back of the lab and say, okay, and that's where I have a problem with Joe Biden's mandate. Is you be like, you got to mandate this shit, but you got motherfuckers that still getting the Decepticon version of the damn virus. So y'all need to go get in this lab and get this shit together. You're supposed to be medical professionals. Act like motherfucking medical professionals and stop trying to shove something down our
hmm
goddamn arms, or down our throats with no kind of legal recourse, because you can't sue them in the case. That's why it takes 5 years. That's why they give that 5 year gap. It because there's no legal recourse right now. It's a trial period vaccination, and you're trying to mandate this. So that's why a lot of these Republican governors, and they're giving them a rope to hang themselves. Well, they're giving Joe Biden is giving himself a rope to hang on, because it's not you don't it's more of a trial period. It's basically medical research that you're taking right about now, and not something that has been uh point
yeah,
A to point B type shit. So, but that's my take on it. But I would say, guys, be safe, take care, stay on top of your health game. Uh, stay healthy, and get on
hmm
your herbs. Stay on top of your herbs. Take your vitamins, and spray Lysol as well, because that's all I do. Every time a motherfucker get out my car, I'm spraying Lysol like a motherfucker.
yep, most definitely, man.
So,
Myself spraying Lysol like a motherfucker.
because people nasty. Man, people, man, man. I'll tell you off air. I
Okay, I
can't tell
got
you
you.
everything on air, but
I got you.
I'll tell
I
you
got
off.
you.
I'll tell you off air.
Hey,
but nevertheless,
speaking of off-air content, man, I got an idea. I keep cutting you off. Hey, looking at this thing called adfreeshows.com.
okay, that's fine.
Because you can like
That's
look
fine.
into like some exclusive cut, like because I had a good little idea too, because my yeah, I may bring back Let's Draw on something, but it's gonna be a sequel called Conversations with Craig. So
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that, but but uh, but yeah, man, like I kind of got tired, and then really, with all these jobs, like especially like with Amazon. I mean, I'm gonna put an old Amazon location I used to work at on blast. The DTN4 station over there off of Lamar Avenue in Pearson.
Right.
Ever since
Right.
this COVID shit been happening, they asses have that folks been acting a whole brand new kind of stupid.
Right.
Man, if you don't stay 6 feet, and it'd be the same way at the Memphis one location.
Right.
I'm sick of you. I was sick of them. I was sick of them with that shit then over there on the one Lamar, and I'm kind of sick of folks over there about it now. They always talking about you ain't 6 feet, it's gonna be a write up. I had to tell one lady, man, you shut your ass up about everything about being a write up. Damn.
Right.
Man, y'all done got a whole bunch of and really, and sometimes really, jobs take. I'm gonna be honest, all these jobs, and especially after reading about our old employer, about how stupid they ass have got, how stupid they had got with this COVID
Right.
shit. Like, okay, check this. Some of them hubs made, well, I guess some of the rampages and some of them hubs, they done made some little fucking, they made some fucking rules. Okay.
Right.
They decided to go in business to make rules. I'm talking about the only people that's supposed to be in the waste shack, in these waste shack, are rampage and team leaders and has agents and tug drivers at times. And tug drivers, and when they bring the slips in for the weights. No checkers are not supposed. No checkers will be allowed in here. If they want to use the phone, they're gonna have to go to main screening. What?
That's the stupidest shit that you could possibly tell an employer. That's what the wage shack is supposed to be for. You're supposed to have telephones. You can't bring a telephone in FedEx as far as I know.
Well,
So
you can, but they got cell phone lockers for the folks now, which is smart. They got little miniature lockers they can put their cell phone in and stuff like that in case they got to call a Lyft or a drive, whatever. And that was stupid, man, because I'm like, okay, what if somebody want to call their ride, tell them, hey, come, call their ride, tell them, hey, come on. Hey, come on, I'm ready. Come on now. The hell they look like they got to go wait to go all back to main screen, go all the way to main screen and use and try to use one of the phones that fucking work.
right.
To call some doggone body.
Right.
So yeah, I'm putting some of them up rampages on blast. Y'all stupid as hell to come up with some damn rules like that. And if you still following them damn rules, you know what? Shit, you just stupid as hell. I mean, and then like with Amazon, with the cell phone rule. Now them motherfuckers is thinking about actually banning cell phones in the plant.
Mm-hmm. Now out here in Houston, they can't completely ban it, but you can use it in work areas. That's their
Right.
rule. That's their rule in the Amazons. Because I picked up several Amazon people, but you can't use it in the work area, but you can use it in the break rooms and stuff like that. So,
Right.
but an all out ban, whoever's running the regional management of that company in Memphis needs to be fired tomorrow, not today. I mean, yes, today, today, or
they are actually thinking about it. They're actually thinking about doing that.
the
But
fact that
we,
the fact that
but
it's a thought. They need to be fired tomorrow. They need to be removed from their position and not given a pension. But continue.
This my damn. That's harsh, Jimmy. But
I
hey,
don't give a fuck.
but it's true. But I was really just I get sick and tired. I get so sick and tired of these companies, man. Ever since this COVID shit happened, man, these damn, especially especially you got some of these little old silly ass women and these stupid niggas that it's some in MEN1, it's some over there in DTN4 and Amazon spots in Memphis. I don't know. I can't speak for the others. The ones like in Olive Branch and the one in Horn Lake and stuff like that. But I speak for the ones for the one that I worked at and the one I'm currently working at. It's some folks that really don't need to be standing their ass talking about, so put your mask on, sir. Like this one bozo. I'm drinking a drink, right? She gonna tell me you need to put your mask up. I said, I'm drinking something. Well, you still need to put your mask up. You dummy, you got 4 eyes just like I do.
Comedy.
Well, I got contacts on, so, and she got glasses. You got them old ass granny glasses on and shit. And you see that I'm putting a drink to my mouth. I don't need people to remind me about a fucking mask. I mean, they need to stop that shit. I was gonna put these folks on this old detail. And one time I was on a break. Some of them a gorilla looking ass woman talking about your break over with. They got motherfuckers want to monitor brakes and all. They had motherfuckers monitoring brakes and all that shit. Man, I said, man, woo. I said, y'all done got stupid, But all these jobs, they done become real stupid, man. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Everybody, regardless of what color you are, whether you black, white, Mexican, you mix, Puerto Rican or Asian, y'all become nothing but a bunch of plantation niggas.
Well, it is.
And they become plantation. They become plantation ways. Got plantation ways of thinking. Yeah, I said it. If you got a problem with what I said, email me at craigsmith1478@gmail.com, or you can inbox me on Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages: Craig L. Smith II and Craig Smith II. Take your pick. I checks both of them. Yeah, I mean, I said what I said. It is what it is. These damn companies, man, they need to stop acting stupid. Need to stop acting stupid as far as this COVID goes. And also, man, all y'all, I can't knock people on making a living, but listen, stop going. Yeah, I talk about FedEx because I want to, because I can. I got a group. Okay. I can do that. I can talk about my former employee. Hell, I talk shit about their ass when I was there.
Yep.
But I talk shit about their ass when it's there. Like Golden Rule. You can't. FedEx don't talk about UPS. Pepsi don't talk about Coke. But man, y'all shit. Y'all study. I'm just saying it again. Y'all study running back to that motherfucker. And y'all getting the shit worked out of. While at Amazon, yeah, they paying what they paying, but you got more flexibility. But it be these young niggas that fuck it up for everybody out there too. Like when they get this unpaid time, right? One nigga told me he was in a negative 48 UPT. I'm like, why you use all your UPT up? Man, I had to. Okay, you got days, right? You got personal day, you got personal time, vacation time, right? I got a little bit, but why would you use all your UBT up? You're going to get fired. If you be in the red and if your negative balance ain't cleared, you're fired.
Yeah.
But I had to, and like I said, some of these young people, they're dumb. I like some. I like talking to most of them, but it's some other ones, man, and they're just they're out of touch, and they're just I don't know.
Yeah,
They're just
and
dumb.
that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Cause I mean, when I need that time off, I need that time off, and I don't need nobody trying to tell me, uh, for the most part, when I should take my time off. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if y'all got the right price and the right benefits, I may go back to the W-2 workforce. But until then, I'm chilling right now. So it is what it is, and my bills are paid. So it is what it is, man. But
Mm-hmm.
and like I
Same
say,
here with me.
when you
Same
like
with
I
me,
say,
bro.
but when you get an opportunity, when you go in with a lot of paid time, when you go in with 2 weeks, even 4 weeks of vacation time, you take advantage of that because those vacation times are vitally important, especially to your
Right.
health. Because some people be selling their vacations. I never got that shit ever. I'm like,
I
dude,
got that. Woo. Some niggas, it be these old fools. You talking about some? I just sell mine. I don't need to take no vacation. You stupid. I told
yeah,
one
that
old dude that, I said, man, I don't mean no harm. You stupid. That's what they give you
yeah,
vacation for. Well, I got to
exactly.
work. Well, okay, well, you sometimes need to. Well, you sometimes got to. Like, okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you this here. Like, everybody's criticizing me at Amazon over there on Lamar when VTO was offered. Motherfucker got mad at me because I took 2 straight days of
Uh huh.
VTO. I'm like, okay, I had a right to because one, uh, Uber lifts was fucking high. I said, now this pandemic wasn't going on, I would have brought my ass to work. I said, one, I ain't had no fucking $40 every day to come be coming, the company to come from South Haven to Lamar every day during this pandemic. I had, had another little gig I had to do to make up for that time and count. But I said, but the bottom line is this: I'm here, I'm working. Unlike most of y'all, I'm gonna do my work, and my bills is paid.
Right. Damn.
And this is long before I got my car, And then like with which we're gonna do the tales from the hub. Damn man, I gotta see when you and Jessica, shout out to her, Jessica Cowan, is available, man, because all this stuff is together. Because I'm gonna walk you through on some things on to ask some questions, and then I'm gonna join in on a segment where I tell a part where I tell on certain things about what happened during my last time working on a flight internationally. And she gonna tell you the aftermath of it, because I got it all planned out. Um, then like when I was at FedEx, man, like I said, like I made a comment in a little autobiography. I said, man, in that damn area, when I worked over here international, god damn it, yeah, I had my good nights and bad nights. Who all didn't have it? Who all didn't there?
Right.
When the time when I was off, I took my vacation. Even if I had vacation scheduled, or there was times where I had the flu. Hell, I had my wisdom teeth pulled. I had to come in, and I couldn't come in because I wasn't gonna hurry up get my teeth pulled and then get my head. Some fool would do some shit like that. But more power to him. God bless him. Not me.
But that's
I
not recommended. That's not
and
recommended by a dentist because anything could happen. You could, man.
right, and then
That's
and
yeah.
I didn't do that. I had listen, Jimmy. I had vacation schedule. I had the flu. I had my wisdom teeth pulled. Hell, I missed 2 damn nights of work because I had fucking eye infection. Why? Because I wasn't taking care of my contacts properly. And when I was finding out why I was getting, like why, like when I was sleeping and everything, why I was getting, why the sleep around my eyes was getting like a little thick and shit and whatnot. And then I had and then I saw some blood or something like that. So when I went to the optometrist, he told me, he said, you have ulcers. He said that's from the result of not properly take care of your contacts.
Right.
Or you meant was I so okay, so hell yeah, I had the man them damn eye drops that he had, and he recommended me. And I'm telling you about it, it's gonna be a chapter in there about this manager that I had named Terrence Hansbrough. He recommended me that I stayed my ass away from FedEx for 2 days, because if I had 2 nights, because if I had went out there that night, that shit would have been more effective. And eyes would be more fucked up.
Right.
So when Pops told him everything, what all was going on, they was like, yeah, you know, even the Rampage who I settled my beef with, he was like, yeah, you got to take care of your eyes, man, you know. But then the manager wanted me to still come in there, and then that's when they're like, man, you stupid. And one,
Yeah.
you know, you stupid. And
Right.
I even had a doctor's excuse. And the motherfucker, the man didn't even want to fucking pay my goddamn ass. The senior manager said, you better pay him. Those kind of sick days. So shit, because the only thing I could did, I stayed out because them damn eye drops that I took for my eyes for my eyes, man, them motherfuckers was potent.
Yes, sir.
I mean, potent. I mean, they put it like this. They said put 2 drops in each eye. They put 2 drops in each eye every so and so out. Man, if my eye was on fucking fire, it just felt like you messed around, had some accidentally, then when you didn't know it at the time, you got some habanero hot sauce on your finger, and you mess around, put it in your eye. Whoa.
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
never done that before. But I seen that happen. I seen that happen to people. So, but and all that time, that's why I said, but see, if I did shit like that, motherfuckers would have a fit. Motherfuckers is having a fit like Dracula had tried him some holy water for the first time.
Right.
So it is, and like we all saying, Jimmy and I saying, man, if you working, it's important you take your vacation and whatnot. Give your body a rest.
Right. Of all things, give it a rest.
Yeah. We understand money. Yeah, true. Money is the root of all evil. And everyone needs it. But you gotta give your body a rest. You fuck around, you working hard, hit, clap, you fall flat on your back. Job ain't gonna do shit for you. Job ain't gonna do shit for your family. You just another stat.
Right.
You just another number. So I need to take care of yourself, man. I mean, that's all I gotta say on that. And
Yeah. For sure. Well, man, I ain't got nothing else, man. You got anything else before we get out of here?
No, man. If we don't talk, y'all, well, probably depending on what Jimmy gonna do on New Year's Day, we'll be back on here, and I will do Let's Draw on something. We're gonna talk about these playoffs.
For sure.
Because like what we always do every year after the playoffs end, we gonna talk about the game. Jimmy, I sent you some film study on Georgia's end in the sport chat group about how Michigan's offense will look against Georgia and stuff like that. And even that guy Murphy is gonna say that even that guy Murphy said that Michigan and Georgia are gonna be a toss up, but he said he kind of pulled for Michigan. So it can go either way. It can go either way, but Bama's still gonna win it all.
Yes, sir. I think so.
Yep.
That it's gonna be hard for anybody else to win other than Alabama. It's gonna have to be like a Clemson like ass whooping in order to beat this version of Alabama. So it is what it is. So once again, this your boy live and direct in full effect out the 832. Y'all already know
Most
how
definitely.
I do. Peace out, and y'all be safe out here in this holiday season.
Same here. It's Craig Smith from 662. We're born and raised 773. Moved to the 901. Relocated to 256 and back to 662. Y'all gonna know how we do in the next few days. Holler at y'all later. Happy holidays. And if you and during the New Year's Day, depending on how your weather is gonna be, because it's gonna be raining like a motherfucker on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Y'all be careful out here and drive safe. Don't drink too much. And if you do plan on drinking a lot,